Hey guys, what's going on? It's Marlon Conaway, aka Marlon the Money Coach, today with a few money tips and information that you guys can use to benefit you and your family. For some of you guys, the information today will be a review, and for some of you others, it may just be some information you've never heard of before. But today we're going to talk about assets that you can pass on to your family when you die that debt collectors cannot touch. Right? So, hey, you've been living good. I mean, you're saving money, you're putting money away for retirement, you have a few brokerage accounts going on, you have a house, maybe even some investment property, and you may be thinking to yourself, if God forbid I didn't make it home today or tomorrow, what happens to all this stuff I've accumulated? Okay, obviously you want to make sure it passes on to your family, to the next generation. So we'll talk about a few things that are protected from creditors. Number one, your employee-sponsored retirement program. So these are things like your 401k, or if you have a 403b account through your job. And also employee-sponsored retirement programs are protected from creditors. So some of these accounts even match you your contribution. So whether it's 50 cents on the dollar, dollar for dollar. So give you an example. Let's just say over the last 10 years, you put away $400 a month in your corporate retirement program. Let's assume you got a 10% return. You will have accumulated over $81,000. Okay, those $81,000, if you were to pass it on to the next generation, will transfer to the next generation and your creditors. If you owed a defunct credit card, or you had a repo on your credit, they cannot come after those accounts that you're passing on. IRAs. Another thing, right? IRAs. So you have a bunch of different type of IRAs. Most people know of traditional IRAs, Roth IRAs. There are also self-employed pension IRAs for self-employed people, simple IRAs. You also have self-directed IRAs, and they all have different contribution limits and rules, but they are also protected from creditors. So let's just say if you were maxing out your Roth IRA over the last, let's say 10 years, you're putting in $6,000 a year or $500 a month. Average 10% growth rate, you'd have accumulated $111,000. Right now, that goes to second generation. Your creditors can't touch it. Matter of fact, if you had it all in a Roth IRA, it goes to second generation tax-free. All right, tax-free, and your creditors can't touch it. So that's win-win. Number three, life insurance. Okay, you got two types of life insurance out there: term and whole. Most people know about life insurance, but life insurance goes to your next generation. Also tax-free, but also it's protected from your creditors. Okay, and so that's why a lot of times you'll see wealthy families go out there and buy millions upon millions of dollars of life insurance, face them out, and they know that goes to the next generation tax-free. Okay, and so that's a very important asset or tool you can use. What about brokerage accounts? Right now, a lot of people, open up Robinhood accounts. They got Schwab accounts, accounts where you can trade stocks, index funds, crypto, different things like that. Those are also protected from creditors. Okay, and all those are not voluntary accounts like retirement, which are long term. Usually your brokerage accounts are short term, where you're trading and pulling money in and out all the time. Those are protected from creditors as well. What about real estate? There are some great opportunities. And obviously you want to consult a great real estate attorney, but those are some great opportunities out there to protect your home as well as investment properties from creditors as well. One that comes to mind is a qualified personal residence trust. So these are things you can talk to your real estate attorney on to find out ways to protect your assets, your future generations' assets from creditors, etc. So one thing I would tell you, one tip before we go: make sure all your beneficiaries are updated, especially on your life insurance, retirement plans at work, because a lot of times with life insurance, you bought a policy 15, 20 years ago, you never looked at it since the agent dropped it off, and come to find out, you go to a policy review. Thank God you do policy reviews for those. Okay, so a lot of times people tell me, Marlon, I already got life insurance. I say, pull it out. Right, let's do a review. Why? There have been plenty of times that I've seen a person pull out their policy and their ex-spouse is still a primary beneficiary. Now that's cool if it's okay and that's on purpose. But if you totally forgot because it was 10, 15, 20 years ago and you died prematurely and you thought that money's going to go to your kids or your new husband or whoever, all right, and that goes to your ex-husband and his new wife, all right, it could cause some confusion and some things down the road. So always make sure you keep your beneficiaries updated, guys. I hope this is some great information for you. Feel free to like the Legacy Builder page. Also, here's my contact information if you want to call me or text me. Also, in the description, I'm going to leave my calendar link. So anytime you ever have a question or maybe want to schedule a free personal one-on-one coaching call to put together your financial house, feel free to click that link, schedule an appointment, and we'll talk. All right? We appreciate you guys. Thank you. God bless America.